Alright, we got tiny camera mode. Tiny cam mode. So that we can check this out. Cool. Alright, got some notes right here. How to, and then when you go to share a blend file with someone, then you can add a little notes section right here, such as this artist did. And it says press the middle mouse button to drag the mouse to orbit. That was the first hardest thing for anyone to learn in Blender, is how to navigate around. So even though like they probably get a lot of people that already know how to use Blender, that was the #1 note here. That was so smart. That probably is so helpful to so many people that maybe just got into Blender for the very first time due to the anatomy. That's such a good idea. And then press shift plus middle mouse button and drag the mouse to pan the view. We already know these little tips, but we're going to just go through them anyway, just for fun. And then it says all the full frontal view, left view, cranial view, top down. Okay, I call these different things. I call them front, left, top, invert point of view. Oh, I didn't know about that actually. Sweet. And then toggle orthographic and perspective. Oh, I never really want... Wait. Yes, I do. Sometimes I totally do want to go between these. Oh, I'm so glad we're reading these notes. We haven't even gotten to the part about the anatomy in the notes yet. This is cool. To do something. If there's ever a chance for me to be helpful in Blender or Unity or anything else that I'm learning or using, just let me know if you have a question. And if you've been like struggling on something you're trying to figure out, let me know. Shift Alt Z is to set or reset the key colors. We haven't even gotten to those cool muscles you mentioned a minute ago. I'll get to that in just a second. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing any basic shortcuts or whatever. And then there's N to open the options. All these cool options here. Stored views. I didn't realize that there's stored views here. Like, there's a lot of things in Blender that I just didn't know that you can do. I'm always learning something new. Like, every single time I open Blender and start to use it, I'm inevitably going to learn something new. So I love that about Blender. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but everything like seems to be pretty intuitive in both Blender and Unity. And so far in Unreal, I haven't tried to do something that wasn't like pretty easy to figure out. So far I'm feeling pretty excited. Oh yeah, guess what, friends? We also got Character Creator, and so we could use Character Creator if we wanted. You can set the view. You can probably, I don't know how to make a new, I don't understand how, like, oh, new camera to view. Okay, so I think that like if we make a new view, like if we looked at it at any position and then we create a new view, let's just try this. Wait, save current, save current. Does this create a new view? Yes, it does. Oh wait, yeah, it did. And then you can rename it. So let's just say, let's go back, cause wait, we went back, so we don't have that new view. I was just like pretty stoked. I never seen stored views before, but I can tell that this artist had stored this view and pinned the stored view thing. There's a stored view window that they had pinned to. What does N stand for? I forget. N is for like the navigation window or something, where you can find your transform. N stands for your transform window, but then you can also pin other windows here, like the visibility. Looks like that was pinned. Sync visibility. That's cool. Oh, you can do a comic shader. And then if you press Z and then go into rendered view, let's see if this crashes the computer. Okay, N stands for right menu. I love it when there's like a catchy rhyme, or well, not rhyme, but you know, like some of the shortcuts in. Oh, there's the toon shader. Okay, so that's the comic shader. Oh, that looks cool. Oh my god, the rendered view looks really cool. The coolest part about it is that these are all like named and stuff. So if you want to like learn the names of, oh my god, this is exactly what I needed because I was starting to wonder about like when I get like muscle pain or like when I think I get like Omicron or something like that. I'm just like learning on Google about all kinds of shit and just like I need body parts to like place these things. Like I'm learning a lot of new words and stuff. I'm taking some notes. This will actually help me with my studies too. I'm not like going to school to be a doctor, but I wish I could afford to. That would be cool. In any case, we can learn every name of every bone if we wanted now. All right, cool. So this I think is the comic shader. It took a minute to load in the view of the comic shader. If you press 0 on the numpad, then that will show you the camera view. So the camera, oh, you can take a picture. When you click on different parts of the hierarchy over here, then it'll skip to the different parts of the notes, like how to take a picture, and it'll skip down over here to show you how to do that. That is so cool. Sweet. Oh my god. Way easier. And like if you had a printer, one of the things I thought I would never really want again in my life, because one day I went like paper free and I stopped doing any like journal writing or scrapbooking or printing of any sort. I felt like I had really spent as much paper use as I ever wanted in my whole lifetime. I like felt bad for the trees and stuff, and I just stopped using paper altogether. And then recently I was thinking, you know what? It's been so long, like maybe 12 years since I really indulged in any kind of like paper buying or use or anything. I've been all digital. And I was thinking like maybe I'll actually buy a printer, and like this right here makes it super easy to like print out like a little square of any body part. So say you're studying a certain part of the body and you want to go to your doctor and be like, look, this is what I have researched and this is the part of my body that hurts and how and why. Say you need like some notes ahead of time to go tell your doctor what you're thinking. I know for me, like sometimes I'll need to like write down notes or I'll need to like prepare ahead of time, like what I'm thinking or talking about. Right, America, that's the. You're finishing my thought from earlier, which was like G for grab and R for rotate, S for scale. You might not even be studying to go to school to become a doctor of any sort. You might just be learning like massage arts or something. Or maybe you just want to like know why your back is hurting or why could be anything, you know? By the time you're my age, I'm sure you got some concerns. We can just turn on and off these amazing different parts of the actual body and move the transform window to see our body here. Oh god, don't move it too much or too fast, otherwise we might want to remember that we also have Unreal open, Unity open, stuff, and like how it relates to the nervous system and the blood. There's this one type of massage I learned about where it's like there's lymphatic massage. Well, I've always been all about like facing my fears. So like if I'm afraid of like COVID or I was afraid of, the vaccine, and then I was afraid of, whatever it was, like going out in public without the mask on, even though I got the vaccine, all this good stuff. I was like just encountering fears and overcoming them one at a time. So anyway, I got a massage. It was professional. I was learning about some new words when I was reading about what the different masseuses offer. Oh my god, and when I had that eye infection, I would have loved to see the words of the shit behind my eyeball. I did look on, I looked on Google and learned some of this stuff. But I was pretty sure that what happened is like the nerve behind my eyeball was affected and it was so painful. So whatever happened to me, it like definitely affected my nervous system. So over here, what does this say? Oh my god, I've never seen it like up close and personal where you can like revolve around the 3D version of like the different parts of the eyeball. This is so cool. Um, if anyone like me is obsessed with sparkles, then you know what I'm talking about when sometimes it's actually too cold when it first comes out of the fridge. It has been out of the fridge for a little bit now, so now it's perfect. What if I needed to make another? This is so cool. Look at these amazing teeth right here, ready to go. You could study each tooth on its own. And over here, what is it? Period. It's like, oh, there it is. Upper lateral incisor. It'll tell you the name of every freaking tooth. If you wanted to be a dentist, you could use this. This is so cool. All right, let's go back so that we put that tooth back where it belongs. If you wanted to get a nose job and your husband was like, I don't want to pay for that, give me the money instead, you could be like, look, this is what it would look like before the nose job, this is what it would look like after the nose job. Maybe it would help your case. Has anyone here ever thought about doing bionic body parts? Like if one of your body parts failed, then you would want to do it yourself, like make a replacement, because I have. But look at all this. This is like, we're still in the area of the nervous system. Oh my god, this is the sciatic nerve. This is the sciatic nerve that everyone always talks about. All you gotta do is click on any nerve and then go to your hierarchy and press the dot in your numpad, and it'll like zoom in on whatever body part that is, or whatever portion of the body part that you're trying to look at. This is seriously cool. Okay, so the sciatic nerve only goes from the back down the leg. The spleen is an organ found in all vertebrae. Similar in structure to a large lymph node, it acts primarily as a blood filter. Oh my god, it does? The word spleen comes from ancient Greek. The spleen plays important roles in regard to red blood cells and the immune system. It removes old red blood cells and holds a reserve of blood, which can be valuable in case of hemorrhagic shock, and also recycles iron. As a part of the mononuclear phagocyte system, it metabolizes hemoglobin removed from senescent red blood cells. And God knows what that word is. The globin portion of the hemoglobin is degraded to its constitutive amino acids, and the heme portion is metabolized to bilirubin, which is removed in the liver. So here we can learn more about our spleen and our other lymph nodes and our right lobe of thymus. And this is the left lobe of thymus. Alrighty then. The words are fun to say too, or at least to try to say. If there's not already a VR app that will like say these words out loud that you can like check out while you're like, maybe even like while you're wearing a VR suit and have a little like haptic feedback on each part of your body, like where these things are. Like I could probably memorize every part of the body if I had that. This just tells you how to use it. Okay. I need it. Oh, that's the program that we're using that we already got. I don't know how to get the API, but it says Unity on here. Oh, it's already got Unity on here? Why has it got a picture of Unity? How do I get it in Unity already? Other people probably already got it in VR, I'm sure. Plus, we're trying to do character creation, so that's how we all got started on this team. If it affects your fingers, thumbs, spine, hips, knees, or big toes, and more common in old ass people like me. My muscular system. I couldn't wait to get to this part. Here we are. This is the pectoral, of course. We can look at every other muscle that we don't know about. It just comes from off of this website called z-anatomy.com. And you can come through here and download different versions of this app, and then you can bring it into Unity, and or you can make different projects with it. You can adapt it. You just have to like make sure to give them attribution and whatnot because it's a Creative Commons license. So this is really fun and awesome.